Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm about to start a new build here. This is a kit that was sent to me. I did a review on, I did a box opening on the kit. It was sent to me by Mark over at Hobby Nut Models. He wanted me to do a review and do a build on this, and I appreciate that, Mark, for sending me this kit, and that's what I'm going to do. I have removed, well, first of all, it's a 1958 Corvette by Revell. It's Revell, Germany. Comes in that thin box. Very unorthodox to a model kit, but I've removed all the parts from the trees. Probably irritates some of you, but that's just how I do it. I'll get parts assembled that can all be painted the same color. There's this kit. So I don't know if this was new tooled or not. I don't remember what Mark said. Maybe I misunderstood him. Some of you guys on the unboxing video said that this was not a new tool, that it was old tooling, it was just put out by Revell, Germany. I don't care. It's really the I would think it was new tooling because of the quality of the plastic. There's hardly any flash at all. Well, there's no flash. I see a few little places that need to be cleaned up, but to be honest with you, the majority of what needs to be cleaned up is where you cut it off the sprue. So hardly any flash at all. So this means it will go together quick. There's a lot less prep and cleanup. So I'm going to get some parts glued together. Get a nice coat of primer on the body. Get the engine together. You know, just get the basic things taken care of first, as always. And speaking of basic things, getting them taken care of, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go over there and hit the subscription button. Not going to cost you a dime. I appreciate if you do that. And also, speaking of Hobby Nut Models and getting this kit, go over and check out Hobby Nut Models and get you one of these kits. Link in the description below. But anyway, all right, so I'm going to get some parts together, get some paint, some primer, decide what color I'm going to paint this car. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, all right, let's get started. All right, so I got my primer coat on nearly everything. Hood, trunk, body. Got the flat black on the chassis parts and such like that. Everything need to be primed or flat black painted. I've got that taken care of. So I mixed up. I was trying to determine what color I wanted to paint this thing. So I've got it mixed up here. It's metallic. Let's see. There's a little testers. I've already emptied it because the contents are in there. Black. What's it say? Black metallic. Okay, so I'm getting a little gutsy here, going with black. So it's gonna look good. I'm gonna do black and obviously the white inserts, and we'll see how she turns out. So I'm not gonna paint it on camera. I'm gonna shoot it, and we'll come back and check it out in just a minute. Alrighty, so I skipped a little bit, fast forward some. Got the body painted. The black paint turned out great. Instead of those inner panels being white, I chose a cream color, which I think accents better with the black rather than just a complete total contrast of black and white, because this paint has somewhat of a gray appearance to it. Actually, it's black metallic, but it does have somewhat of a grayness to it. So I thought that cream color would look good. And then the seats, I chose the interior rather. The black is the same black color as the car. So like the instrument panel or instrument cluster, it is the same black. The door panels have that black in it, and the seats. And then what is it, like burgundy or something? I painted the seats, or wine or something. I forget what color it is. Actually, it's right here. Let me see. It is, yeah, burgundy. So just burgundy. I just use spray paint for the seats. I don't airbrush. Typically don't airbrush like anything but the body. I did airbrush the black on these because it was already mixed up for my airbrush. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get some bare metal foil going. The bare metal foil is going to go here along the trunk, these ridges, all the way around this. There's a chrome line that goes here. In the little inserts here, there's 3 raised portions are going to be chromed. And where the box is, here's the box. Let's see where else the chrome goes. Okay, so actually on the top of the fenders, there's that, which it doesn't look like that would be chrome here, but they've got it chromed there. I have to look at some pictures to see if that's correct or not. But anyway, and also around the seats, that's going to be bare metal foil. And I know, I'm fixing to catch it. I'm not putting the fuel injection. I've got the carburetors on here. I've got to paint them. I've got to finish the engine. I've got to run the plug wires and stuff. But I'm going carburetors. 2 carburetors at least. I would rather have 2 carburetors. They said that this fuel injection wasn't all that great. That's what I've heard, because it was a mechanical fuel injection. Like, this thing is really going to run, I know. But I'm going to go with a carburetor. Dual carburetors, I think, is way more cool to me. If I wanted the car for its value, absolutely I would want the fuel injection, but this is a model car and I want it how I want it. And apparently you could have got it with carburetors or fuel injection, so I'm doing it with carburetors. Anyway, that's where I'm at, so let's get going. I'm also going, like I say, going to get the engine detailed, the exhaust manifolds, the starter, the carburetors. All these things need to be painted. Plug wires ran. The distributor is laying down here somewhere, right there. And I did some black washing on the rims. I've got to clean them up now. But anyway, it's coming along. So stand by. Maybe I'll come back and do some bare metal foil. So stand by a minute. All right, so I've shown this in other videos. Kind of redundant, but I'm going to do some more bare metal foil just to show you what how I do it. Here's the trunk. I've already got that done. These 2 ridges here, I had to foil them so they'll go there. It looks really nice. The foil makes this thing look really good. So like the trim that goes here, this is foil, and I can see pieces coming off. This new foil that I got is not worth a flip as far as it's sticking. Don't like it. I don't know. I hope the next one I get is not that way, but this one is. All right, so I've got a little ruler here. Kind of need that just to gauge how much you need, how long it needs to be. So I'm going to cover these 2 pieces here, these 2 ridges on the fenders. What I found with this foil, and again, maybe the next batch is different. This is a little thick and it's not very sticky. And I say not very sticky. It is if you put a pretty good piece on there, but if you just put a little small place and you're trying to cut it, sometimes it will want to pull the little small area that you're working with. It actually just pull it out of place. All right, so I want to get a measurement on this ridge here. So about 7. This is in metric, so 7 centimeters. What I've noticed, take this, take it or leave it. What I've noticed is if you put a larger piece of foil on here, it makes it a heck of a lot easier to cut that out, because again, if you use a piece that's just wide enough to cover this, and you still have to trim and cut it, what I found is, again, if it's not wide enough, it doesn't have enough surface to stick to, and when you start to cut it, it is very apt to pull, and then you have to start over. So what I do, I just say to heck with it. I just get a bigger piece. I just go ahead and start with a larger piece of foil. So I need 7 centimeters. I'm just going to go cut a piece that's wider. Yeah, it might be wasteful, but it's also wasteful if you have to do this more than once. So 7. This actually has inches on the other side, I just noticed, but anyway, 7 millimeters. So I'm just going to start cutting here. Cut this down. Brand new razor blade, by the way. Don't try it without a new one. Cut across there. just take this stuff and get your knife right under the edge and just peel it right up. Just like so. Take the car and yeah, see, I mean, see how it moved around just then? It's like the glue is just, something's up with this glue. Take your brand new Q-tip, or I use these pointy Q-tips. Use the back side, get it pressed down real good. I never cut it until it's completely pressed into place. Never cut it. I was actually on doing some yesterday. I pressed so hard I just ripped the stuff. Again, because the glue isn't that great, I was pressing and it just tore because it wouldn't hold it into place. Very disappointed with this batch. I've ordered another piece. And I've also found there's another manufacturer of this chrome foil. Don't know if it's going to be any good, but I went and bought some. Should be here this week, hopefully, and I'll do maybe a review on it. Okay, with your brand spanking new, sharp as can be blade, start right down here. I always like to start about middle ways and start coming in, then let it just pull right against the piece of trim, not pressing hard, but pressing hard enough that it will cut through the foil. Down here, hope you can still see this because I can't look at the camera. Alright, and the same thing. Let me zoom this just a little if I can. I don't know if that's going to help any. Probably make it harder to see. Oh, I'm shaky. Sorry. Here. Okay, I've got that pressed down. You can put your back. Now the fun part sometimes can be removing the piece of foil. First things first, you want to make sure that when you made these two cuts here that they connected, because the first thing that's going to happen when you start to pull this off is just going to lift your foil off. I think I did. So you get a hold of it. I like to use toothpicks, and once you start pulling, then it obviously leaves what you've cut out behind. Well, Matthew, you wasted a lot. Yes, I did, but I won't have to do it again. Go back in very gently, being aware that this stuff can move on you. Very gently press it in, and the more you press it, the shinier it can get. I hear something like a piece of foil is coming loose. Maybe not. Sorry about that. That's somebody wanting to join our Facebook group, more than likely. If you haven't already gone over to our Facebook group, do so. Link in the description of this video. But there's that piece of chrome. So there you go. And then the grill will match up, or the headlight bezels, with a piece of chrome, so it'll match up there. I've already done around the seats here. I've got to do these areas here on the door. These little whatever these little brackets here are, I guess, for the convertible top or something. If you put the top on, that's what those are for.
Hey, sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Mrs. Model Car Videos had to step in and tell me something. But anyway, so with that, I went ahead and did the other side, and this darn glare is making it worse where you cannot see it as good. But there you go. So those two pieces are done. Just take your time. Bare metal foil is not hard. It is very time consuming. Okay, so real quick, here's a little something I learned. So around this wheel well and this trim, I did that in two pieces. So there's my little pointer. So the top section I did in one piece, and then I slapped on another piece and did the bottom. It was harder to do like that. On this side, I just took one big old piece that was as wide as from here to here. And I know, yeah, it's very wasteful as far as your bare metal foil. But holy cow, it was like 1,000 times faster and easier. I just slapped that one piece on there, pressed it all down, cut it out, pulled it off, done. I didn't have to worry about, because see, well, you can't see, but on this side here in the corner, it pulled loose on me, so I had to cut back here and here. Then I had to go back with a third piece, and if I'd have just done one piece like I did this side, then it was just so much easier. Around the seats up here, that was one piece. I just cut a wide piece, and then I went ahead and separated, obviously, in the center. But yeah, I mean, so you will come up with your own techniques how to do bare metal foil. I've come up with my own techniques, and also one of these little guys, the little insert. Let's see, what side does that go on? It goes on this side. This thing here, I got the chrome on the three little, so when it goes inside there, it's going to look great. What else? I've got to chrome these. This actually sits down and meets up with that chrome coming off the top there. So these have to have. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm like not even showing you. Sorry, I've got to put some chrome here. Door hand. Wait, no, door handles must glue on. Anyway, it's coming along. This little kit. So here's my take on Revell kits. They're great quality. For the most part, you know, you're going to get a Revell kit, an older one that was just terrible, like some of the others. But Revell kits have a lot of detail. Seems to me they do. They're good on their detail. Detail takes more time. I prefer an AMT kit. AMT sometimes they kind of put quality or not quality. They put detail sometimes in the back seat, and the kits go together. To me, they go together faster. You don't get as much detail. A convertible kit, you have even more detail because you have the insides that you have to spend a lot more time on. Whereas if you have a car that's got a complete, you know, the roof is on it, it's a little more difficult to see, and you don't have to spend as much time. My goal is to produce content, which I mainly wanted to focus this on building kits, but sometimes you get a kit that's just, it's a lot more in depth with the bare metal foil and on and on and on. So I've got, you know, these kits take a lot longer, and it makes where I have to find filler content. Like to show you the kits that I get off eBay. I can show you some of the older builds I have and things like that. But anyway, just rambling on here. But anyway, this is coming along great. But yeah, Revell, they make great kits. These newer ones, high detail. But that's just the way it is. I've got to do some detail work on my engine here. I've got to get the valve covers on. I've got to get the exhaust. It is really picking up everything else except the engine. Got to get the exhaust painted. It's already on there. Just got to get it painted. Carburetors. It looks pretty rough. That looks horrible. You know, if you look at it, it's like, gosh, that looks terrible. Is that going to look any better? I'd certainly hope so. Oil filters and stuff like that. I like to go ahead and put that stuff on, get it painted. It's a lot easier to me personally to go ahead and paint it as it's on the engine rather than to paint the little parts and then glue them on there. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I do it. But anyway. Alright, so I think we're going to end this video, part 1 of the 1958 Revell Corvette. Looking sharp, looking good. I don't want this dang video to be 45 minutes long, just part 1, so I'm going to try to go ahead and probably end it here. Go ahead and I'll finish up the bare metal foil, get some assembly done, come back for part 2, and let's take another look at the engine as it's wired, and or at least the spark plug wires, and the interior be installed and things like that. Some details are going to be picked out as far as on the door panels. I've got to do some chrome work on there, to the window cranks and things like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I know this is this build's taking a little longer than usual. I had other things come up though. I do live life as well, but I do appreciate you guys watching this build. Thanks to Mark over at Hobby Nut Models for sending me this kit to build. It's always great to get a kit in the mail, and it's exciting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please go over and hit the subscribe, click on that so you can be a subscriber to my channel. Also hit the little bell. That way when I have the next part of this video, you'll be notified of it and you can take a look at it. Also go to our Facebook group. Join if you have not already. The link is in the description below. Excuse me. For the Facebook group, we have a great time over there. And don't forget to go over to Hobby Nut Models and check out Mark's inventory. Great inventory over there. You can get this kit and many, many others. So, guys, thanks for watching part 1 of the 1958 convertible Corvette build. And in just a few days, I'll be back with part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.